In a world where trombone players and musicians want to know the answers to burning questions, top trombone players, even me, are here with Paul the Trombonist Nowell to answer your burning questions.
I got to tell you about the John Bradley thing. You know him, the trumpet player.
Yeah, of course.
He gave me a thought that probably wasn't supposed to be used in this way, but I still try to use it, even right here. But like, not just going for the sound that I want, or that it's actually pointing in the direction kind of thing, but actually about where's the center of the air going through the middle of the pipe. And a lot of other people knew about that, but you know, it didn't come around for me for a while. So right from the beginning, I'm also just trying to think about whether or not I'm actually pointing my airstream kind of up, like when you're lipping a pitch up, or too much down, and that kind of thing that could cause the fuzz or the deadness kind of thing. And where does it ring and vibrate in your hands? I'm trying to do that even from the beginning, and then forgiving myself when it doesn't happen, you know, but trying to.
Do you experiment with like going off axis on purpose just to hear how the sound changes?
Absolutely. I didn't know about that stuff. It was like, duh. It's the feeling of like when a guitar player or a string player like moves their string, but instead it's your airflow. It's just where is it pointing to figure out where's that resonant spot, and then trying to go right down the middle of that pipe and make that resonance something that's like a goal, you know, that it goes through there, it rings, finds the middle of the horn, and then it's actually sending that sound as a directional thing instead of just like, what do I like to hear right now?
So how do you know when it's in the best possible spot?
It's the horn opens up, you know, because if you go to the extremes, you can really tell. Like, I don't know that I'm still warming up, but with so I could tell that, you know, on the other side, just to think about that and have that concept of the sound, even if that wasn't perfect, you know, and then put that sound as a goal, and then try to put that sound forward. The second layer, which is, you know, going to happen or not, is how steady can the air be and that kind of thing. And being that meticulous in the beginning is, to me, is really cool, because there's a separation to me between what we do and why we do it. And this has nothing to do with why we do it. This is all the mechanics of practice and, you know, kind of optimizing things.
I see.
And there's a whole nother side that, to me, is to the extreme of it. Is like, I don't want to think about that all later. I just want to set it. Kind of set it as an expectation, move it to the subconscious, and then be in a moment later on.
It just comes out naturally.
It may or may not. It takes years and all that. Right. Right. You know, like anything you're practicing in life, it's, you know, if you're going to be pro at it later on, and somehow the mastery comes a lot later, kind of thing. This is the free throws and the, you know, the reps or whatever, any other process.
So is that how you worked on it, where you would just kind of go off axis and try to find the spot?
Yeah, that's the one I owe to John Bradley, although other people knew this. I didn't. I remember sitting outside Vitello's. I don't remember who we were playing with, but I was talking about pitch and sound kinds of things and frustrated, and this was not all that long ago, to be honest. Some years ago, but adult life and outside Vitello's playing a gig. And he was the one talking about, he was studying with Jens Linnemann over at UCLA, and talking about, well, you could do that just that bend in that way to be able to find the middle of it. And I was like, I've never done this before. And it was, hallelujah, things that were going difficult with pitch kinds of things was probably about centered air first, and then the sound changed, and then the pitch was easier. And I was like, dude, I owe you a ton. So just thinking that way.
You practice on long tones first, and then did you apply it to like some musical context?
Yeah. He was saying too, he at that time, he was like geeking out on this guy, Håkan. I don't know who Håkan's playing. You know, this is a trumpet player from, as I understand it, from Russia, and he's like a teenager who spends time on every single one of the notes of some massive concerto, just doing that, trying to get every single one of those notes. Would play something for a year on something musical, and they all run to this kind of thing. It's like playing each one of those notes and trying to find the optimal place for each one of them and holding it before, and then taking an exorbitant amount of time that almost none of us have the patience for to actually start moving it faster. I don't have that patience. But I figured if that's that kind of thinking for this awesomeness of brass kind of control, I could at least put it in my warm-ups and set that expectation.
Yeah.
You know?
That's great.
And then it's the exact opposite of what I want to do when I play in front of people at this point, is to put my brain on those kinds of things while playing.
Hey everyone, Paul here. That's my good friend Paul Young. So excited to finally have him on the show. I've been wanting to for a while. He's definitely going to be back for more. So thanks for tuning in to Bone Masters. I want to thank all the patrons that help make these videos possible. You can become a member yourself. Their names are scrolling over here in the credits. It's patreon.com/Paul the Trombonist. My debut album, Journey to the World, is out. And that is a link in the description. Also, everything is on my website, paulthetrombonist.com. Has a list of the equipment I use for my videos. Everything in the website, my dear friends of the world. So there's definitely more things to be looking forward to. I got more people that I'm filming. Previous guests were going to be coming back on the show. So a lot more to look forward to. I want to wish you a great day, and thank you so much for watching and sharing our love of the trombone with each other. This is a great community, and if you enjoy this content and you find some value in it, you know, the algorithm thing I was talking about earlier, I figured out that if you hit like and comment, it pushes these videos up into people's news feeds so they're more aware of them. Okay, thank you so much. Take care. Bye.